I'm usually really good at looking at a segment, whether it's good or bad, and at least going, okay, that wasn't good, but it could lead to this. I can't figure out what we are doing anymore. I don't know what we're doing anymore with AEW. I just don't know. What in the world is going on? Someone, please. Do you want to come over? Do you want to take over the camera? I'll give you the microphone. I'll give you the seat, and I'll let you roll. Because I don't know what to say. I don't know where we're taking this company anymore. Everything just feels so disjointed and discombobulated, and everything's just happening. It reminds me of TNA. I hate to say it. Honestly, it reminds me of WCW. It reminds me of a time period where a wrestling company just didn't know what they were doing anymore. They reached a point where they weren't as hot as they used to be, and they just started throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. And we've reached that point with AEW now where they're just throwing shit at the wall. They don't know what they're doing. All this feels haphazard. We don't even know if any of this is going to lead to anything. Because everything is just being done because. And that's it. But I guess it's okay when it comes to AEW, All Elite Wrestling, because the wrestling is great, right? We're coming off of what I thought was one of the best pay-per-views that AEW has had in a long time. Dynasty is top 2. And the best pay-per-view was Revolution, the one before it. AEW, whether you like Tony Khan, whether you enjoy the weekly shows or not, the one thing that I will say, and I can't take away from them, when it comes to pay-per-views, AEW is king. Honestly, that's the only thing that's keeping me around. That's the only reason why I haven't just outright dropped AEW, because their pay-per-views are god tier. Awesome, excellent shows. Worth the $50. If their pay-per-views weren't as good as they are and will be and have been, I would have been dropped AEW. Because this is ridiculous. But I'm hoping Double or Nothing can make up for the bullshit that I hate to say, I'm going to be dealing with going into the summer. What the hell happened? What happened, y'all? That good faith, all that good faith we had coming after Sting's retirement. Will Ospreay just came in. Mercedes Moné came in. Okada just came in. And I said to myself, all right, I don't know where we're going to be after All In, but at least the summer, spring and summer, we're going to be good. Everything's going to be good for the next 3 months. I'm just here to enjoy it. Not even 2 weeks after I said that, they released that stupid CM Punk Jack Perry footage, and they lose all that goodwill. It's all gone. And now here we are trying to ravage whatever the fuck we have left from that with Jack Perry. And I'm very confused at what the hell they're doing with him. Very confused. We'll talk about that in a second, because there's a lot more about AEW that's really bothering me. But the crux of this video will be what they're doing with Tony Khan and Jack Perry and the Elite. But let me be fair and talk about the things that I do like. Let me see. I can't believe I'm actually thinking about it. Why am I thinking about it? Okay. I mean, the typical stuff. You know, Jon Moxley being the IWGP World Champ. I mean, that's cool. John's awesome, but that match with Powerhouse Hobbs did nothing for Powerhouse Hobbs. Why is Powerhouse Hobbs just losing? You have this big, ultra, massive monster who is believable in everything that he does. All he does is lose. He has more losses than pretty much anybody on the roster, and that's ridiculous. This man should be running through everybody, but he's losing. to literally every single person that comes his way. That should not be happening, but he is. So, now we're going to feed Konosuke Takeshita to Jon Moxley? What are you doing? What is this? This isn't elevating anybody, but the matches are going to be great. I'm pretty sure Konosuke and Jon will have an excellent match. But just feeding people to Jon Moxley isn't going to do anything for anybody. And we know he can't lose that belt. That belt can only be lost to a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent. But okay, the match will be great. Sometimes you gotta have more than just the quality of the match to get someone over. There's gotta be a story behind it. What's the story here? Why are we doing this? We're just doing it. That's the thing. Jon is just defending his belt just to do it. Like I said, we're just throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks. But okay, whatever. They broke up the best friends. One less tag team. Great. Like, they just broke them up. Trent Beretta attacked Orange Cassidy. Why? I don't know. Because he's a narcissist. Why do you think he's a narcissist? What made you think he was a narcissist? What are we doing? But yeah, when they had Orange Cassidy get his ass kicked at the beginning of the show, and then Trent comes out and then invites Chuck out and says, join me. Join me. He's a narcissist. Don't trust him. I'm thinking, okay, this is the beginning of a long-term story. We're going to find out what happened. And then maybe eventually Chuck will choose a side and then we'll go from there, right? No. Chuck just joins Orange Cassidy, saves him, and now we're going to have a parking lot brawl with Trent and Chuck on Saturday. Huh? We're not going to let this breathe? Nope. We got to do a match on Saturday. I don't even know why Trent broke up with him. Why are we here? Why did you break up one of the only tag teams, legit original tag teams you have? You don't have a lot left. Freaking Mike Santana is no longer in the company, so Santana and Ortiz is done. These guys are done. What? We don't really have any of the OG tag teams left, except for Private Party. I think the Hardys, well, Matt's not there no more. Matt is a free agent. He might come back. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Okay. So tag team division is non-existent at the moment, but all right, we'll see where they go with that. So yeah, that's happening. What are the women doing? I think Thunder Rosa is now in a feud with Deonna Purrazzo. That's happening on Saturday. Let's see what happens with that. Toni Storm came out to save Mariah May after her friend Mina, is it Shirakawa, right? Mina. You know who I'm talking about. Cute as a button, by the way. Very, very attractive. But she beats Anna Jay, and then afterwards, Anna Jay attacks Mariah May and Mina, and then Toni came out to make the save as a heel. And now she's going to fight Anna Jay on Saturday, but that set up a match. I guess that's setting up a feud between her and AEW's final boss, Serena Deeb, who just comes out and says, I will win this championship soon. So, all right. That match will be great at Double or Nothing. Once again, the pay-per-views are going to be great. But the weekly shows, Jesus Christ. But yeah, all right. Serena Deeb is back. Good to have you back. Love you. The stuff with Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné. You know, again, I think the match is going to be amazing. But the build-up, this who attacked Mercedes, I don't know about this one. It could go either kind of way, and I'm scared that it might go a way that I'm not going to like, which is Willow did it, and she's going to turn heel. And I'm like, oh, don't do that. More than likely, it will either be Willow or Chris Statlander. I don't think it's Julia. Well, the obvious choice is Julia. It's not Julia. It's either Chris or Willow or both of them. And I'm praying it's not Willow. The segment itself, you know, Mercedes just feels weird. She feels weird as a babyface. She's always just not worked on the microphone when she's a babyface. Not saying it wasn't, I'm not going to sit here and say it was garbage. It wasn't viable. It didn't work. I'm just sitting here going, she doesn't have as much bite to her persona when she's a babyface. If she was a heel pretending to be a babyface, then we would have something, right? Like, fans are supposed to boo her, but she thinks you're cheering her. There's something behind that persona that just works more than what she is now, but sure. Hopefully the match is great. I'm hoping it will, hopefully, I can't even find the right words for it. Hopeful that things will turn out okay with that one. They did this random casino gauntlet match where random men just ran in and fought. We didn't know who was in the match. It was just random. Will Ospreay fought random people in there. I think Jay White was in there. Dante Martin was in there. Penta Cerro Miedo. And just random people. Will Ospreay wins, and he gets a shot at the International Championship, who is being held by, of course, Adam Roderick Strong, to which I go, why didn't Will just get that? Didn't he just beat Bryan Danielson? And doesn't he have, like, a series of wins? He's undefeated. He's won every single match he's had since he got here. So shouldn't he have just earned it anyways? But alright, we had to do that match to have him earn it. That just felt so weird. Are we just done with the ranking system? Is the ranking system done? Did Mercedes Moné kill the ranking system already? Because, it doesn't make much sense to have Mercedes Moné just get a title shot without making any kind of debut match or having any kind of match to earn her way into that her match. Remember the ranking system? I guess that's just not a thing anymore because screw it. Yeah, this learning tree gimmick with Chris Jericho. I have no idea what we're doing. Are we doing like some kind of a Messiah gimmick where he has people worshiping him? The learning tree, where they see him as a god? Like almost a straight edge society kind of thing? What's next? Is he gonna take off his shirt and have like a cross over it? Oh God. I don't know about this. Go full on cult Jericho. The cult of Jericho. That actually could work. If done right. Right now, I don't think that's what they're doing, so I'm not going to get my hopes up. But we're going to give it some time. It's Chris Jericho. He's reinventing himself, so he's going to figure it out. It's Chris Jericho. Maybe. I don't know. He might be at that age where he's lost his touch, but they got Big Bill in there. We got something. Let's see what they can do. I just feel like that segment tonight did not do anything for me. It did not click. I'm sitting here going, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's basically what Dynamite was. What are we doing? Let me see if there's anything else that I need to cover. Swerve Strickland had a match. Yeah, the new world champ. Remember him? The first ever black world champion who the show should have been centered around, the focal point. He just had a match against Kyle Fletcher. Just a random match. And then that was it. No promo, no celebration, nothing. No, brother. Tonight's show was about Jack Perry, brother. Not the first ever Black World Champion, brother. And I love the fact that when I say Black World Champion, that pisses people off. Why do y'all get pissed off when I mention the fact that Swerve Strickland is an African-American Black World Champion? And they're like, well, race shouldn't matter. You're right. It shouldn't matter, but it does. It's always mattered. This is a white man's sport. Don't get mad at me for speaking facts. It's been a white man's sport for 100 years, a century. Only now have we seen diversity play a role in it for the last, dare I say, a couple of decades. But it's been a white man's sport for the longest time. You don't want to hear it, but it's true. So it's nice to see a guy that's really good at his craft, who just so happens to be black, win the title. But we're not focusing on that. He's just wrestling. Maybe we'll get something next week. Hopefully, whatever they have in store for him at the pay-per-view, like I said, AEW is king when it comes to pay-per-views, is worth a damn. Hopefully. Let me see what else we got here. I think that might be it, honestly. I don't really think there was anything else to talk about. If there's anything else, just ask me in the comments. I just want to be sure I was fair to everybody. I think we got it. Okay. Yeah, and the last thing we'll talk about, of course, is this new elite involving Jack Perry. Yeah, that's good. If I miss anything, we'll talk about it later. So, the main focal point of this show was what they did with the new elite. That's involving the Young Bucks, Kazuchika Okada, and the newest member, the scapegoat, Jack Perry. So first off, when Jack Perry showed up on screen and was appearing in backstage segments, I noticed his reaction wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And it's making me go, did I read this wrong? Because I had a certain interpretation of the audience, the AEW audience, that might have been misinterpreted. So, I was under the impression that the AEW fans were pissed off at Jack Perry for getting CM Punk fired. It seems like it's the opposite, where fans see Jack Perry as their savior, as in they love Jack Perry for saving AEW from CM Punk. Because they believe CM Punk is truly the devil that tried to run AEW out of business. And that narrative makes me laugh so fucking hard. I'm like, you idiots. Like, really? CM Punk was the reason why y'all were even relevant. But okay, sure. CM Punk tried to kill AEW. Let's go with that narrative. All right, well, they believe it. They believe in this narrative, this wacky narrative that Jack Perry saved them from CM Punk. Okay, fine. So, he's getting cheered. You know, he comes out, oh, cry me a river. He's the cool heel. Okay? And the premise is he ran off the devil. He's our savior. Don't know what you're going to do with that, but have fun. Have fun. He's a cool heel. I guess the elite are cool heels too. They can't just be villains. They're just cool heels. All right. So they do this angle where Jack Perry and the elite go to talk to Tony Khan. And I guess they're trying to get him rehired, right? They want to get him rehired, reinstated. And then they announce that Tony Khan will talk to Jack Perry at the end of the show. And I go, oh God, oh God, oh God. Oh, this is giving me a bad feeling. Oh, God. Okay. Let's see how it goes. We get to the ending. Jack Perry comes out. He is adored. We're in Daly's Place, Jacksonville, Florida. They love him. He is a baby face to the fans, although he's a scumbag, snot-nosed brat of a heel. He comes out. Oh, cry me a river. That is actually kind of catchy. I do like that. Oh, cry me a river. So he's over. And then he's playing into the crowd. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm back. I'm back. Guys love me. And then he brings out Tony Khan. And Tony is like, hi, guys. I'm Tony Khan. Just smiling. And I'm just like, dude, can we act a little bit? Can we try to sell this? This son of a bitch just came in and ruined one of your matches, most important matches. He was suspended. He shouldn't be here. And you're just letting him walk into your ring with no security. Like, can we try to sell this as a big fucking deal? Even if he is cheered. Whatever. Sell it realistically. You shouldn't be here, Jack. Why are you here? But he's in there. Hi, Jack. And then he gives this rah-rah again. These rah-rah speeches. Oh my God. Here comes Jack Perry with the rah-rah speech. I am here for AEW. I bleed AEW. I love AEW. And Tony's like, it's so beautiful. Give me a hug, man. And then they hug. And it's awkward. I'm like, what? What are we doing? Why are you hugging him? Why aren't you tearing his head off? Dude, really? Although you might think he's innocent in this ordeal with CM Punk, he did play a role. He did play a role in almost ruining your biggest show. You should be pissed off at him too, Tony. But, oh, Jack, I love you. And so I'm just like, oh my God, this is stupid. And then you see Jack Perry with this eerie smile, that Cheshire cat grin. He's looking at the crowd, and I'm thinking he's gonna attack him, isn't he? Here we go. And Tony's like, it's Jack Perry! And then 3, 2, boom. He hits Tony in the gut. And Tony, oh my God, this bump. So the bump, I'm not gonna lie, I howled. When he fell to the ground, he's like, ugh, he just crumbled, and then and then he remembered, oh wait, I have to sell. Oh. Like he was dead. He just died. And then he woke up. He remembered, oh, I have to sell. It was a horrible bump. Horrible. But it was so bad it was good. I'm not even gonna lie. So he bumped. And in my head, I'm like, you idiot. What did you think was gonna happen? Like, this made Tony Khan look so damn dumb as an on-screen character, maybe off-screen, but also as an on-screen character. It's like, you didn't see this coming? You just... Jack! You're like, oh my God, he's so dense. And then they had Okada and the Young Bucks go out there. And these are the EVPs. So like, no, don't do that. And then they tease doing the EVP trigger. Okada's like, don't do it. And then they pick up Tony Khan and hit him with the Indie Taker or whatever the fuck, the Meltzer driver, the Khan driver, whatever they're calling it now. And then just lay him out. And he's out. And at that point, I just threw my hands up in the air and just went, what are we doing? Are we seriously starting a feud between Tony Khan and the New Elite? Why? There's only one reason you would have the owner of a company take a bump, because 9 times out of 10, when you do that, you know what's coming. I don't want to see it, and I hope it doesn't happen, but you look through history. You've watched wrestling as long as I have. Anytime the owner or a backstage personality takes a bump, it always leads to a match. And I said to myself, if this leads to Tony Khan versus Jack fucking Perry, I swear to God. I'm not even going to give that match a chance. I'm going to shit on it. I'm going to bury it. I'm going to bury the fuck out of it. No, Tony. It ain't worth it. I know you're not selling out arenas anymore. I get that you want to get those ratings up. I get it. You want to compete with WWE. This ain't the way, Tony. That ain't the way. Don't you dare get inside that ring. Because God damn it. God help us all. If they do Tony Khan and Jack Perry. Oh, God. That might be worse than Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler. Which, if you've been following me, is the worst match in wrestling history for me. That is the worst match. The worst. Have there been worse? Sure, but that's my worst match. This one might top it, because that just sounds terrible. And I saw this and I went, what is this supposed to do? How does this elevate anybody on the show? Because they attack them, the New Elite just stand there looking like deers in the headlight, then they leave, and then Tony's dad comes out, Shad Khan, and then the locker room exits, they enter the ring, and then I'm just like, what did we accomplish with this? Because the whole idea was to put heat on the New Elite, right? But they were cheered. They got cheered. So like, what are we doing? The fans aren't going to boo Jack Perry for some reason because they thought CM Punk was killing AEW, so now they love him. I'm pretty sure when we get to a pro CM Punk crowd, it's going to be different, and that's going to be another issue that we'll talk about when we get there. But now we've run into a new issue where the fans love him, but he's supposed to be a heel. So now the dynamics are going to be all the way off when he ends up fighting baby faces. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore. This is just so all over the place. But now Tony Khan is involved. Tony Khan should not be on screen. Tony Khan should be backstage fixing these audio issues. Oh, you thought we weren't going to talk about that? The audio issues for tonight's Dynamite was abysmal. I was watching live on TBS. I barely heard anything on the entire show. And I turned that son of a bitch all the way up. And then when the commercials came on, I had to turn it right back down. But then the show came back on, I had to turn it right back up because I couldn't hear shit. But Tony Khan, well guys, it looks like we have audio issues on the TBS end. I hope you're enjoying Dynamite. No, Tony, I'm not, because I can't hear shit. Come on, man. Like, we AEW can't get out of the goddamn gutter. They can't get out of the gutter. It's like they just get out of it, and then they just fall backwards right back in it. But I don't know anymore. I don't understand what we're doing. Maybe they'll fumble their way out of it again. I don't know. They're probably going to trip their way into a good angle with this Jack Perry and Tony Khan shit. It might be exactly what they need. It might actually raise ratings. Because why not? You got nothing else. There's nothing else happening. We're not going to get Mercedes until Double or Nothing. So we got to wait 32 days until she wrestles again. 31 days whenever you're watching this. I don't know what to say. And I don't know what else I can add to this except the fact that AEW is in trouble. They don't know what they're doing. There's no direction. The tag team division is just getting smaller and smaller. I don't really know what we're going to be doing going forward with any of these feuds. The women's division, at least there's some direction. Thunder Rosa and Deonna Purrazzo, Toni Storm and Serena Deeb. And I assume we're going to be doing, we are going to be doing Willow Nightingale and, of course, Mercedes Moné. And then I'm assuming we're going to be doing something with Mina and Mariah May, which is going to lead to some type of a breakup. I don't know. We at least have a direction, and that is because Jennifer Pepperman is in charge of the women's division. So we have an idea of what we're doing with that. But everything else, I have no clue what we're doing. Everything is just happening. Will Ospreay is going to take on freaking Roderick Strong for a title he didn't need to even compete for because he already had wins, so he could just pick a title. Jon Moxley is just going to be defending his belt just to defend it. There's not much to bite here. So the only thing we got is whatever the fuck this is with Tony Khan and Jack Perry and whoever they're going to have fight Swerve Strickland. Hopefully that's something we can buy our teeth into or sink our teeth into. Buy our teeth. I can't bite my teeth. Sink our teeth into. This is the most unorganized, reckless, absolutely directionless that AEW has been. Ever. And what a way to talk about it than with the most unorganized and directionless review or video that I've ever done. And this is what it's going to be from now on. Like, if they're not going to put effort into their shows, I'm not going to put effort into my videos. No intro. And no outro either. I'm just going to end it. You'll see the tabs come up, and subscribe, and then best for you, best for the viewer, whatever video comes up here. And then that's it. And then some of you are going to come in the comments, oh, Alyx, you're too hard on AEW. It's not that bad. Whatever you say. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Because they don't care. They don't care. They have lost all dignity and pride in being a sports-based presentation show. They don't care anymore. They just want to do whatever they can to make people watch them. And if that's where we are with AEW, we are in serious trouble. Because now we're entering Vince Russo territory. Now we're entering TNA 2010 territory, where now it's just whatever flies. And I don't even think anything's going to make any sense whatsoever, and I don't expect it to. I just hope and pray at the very least, if I'm going to continue watching AEW, if this company is still going to be here, because whether we like it or not, AEW needs to exist. The wrestling ecosystem needs AEW to be around. We need AEW. If it's going to exist, at the very least, make your pay-per-views and keep your pay-per-views God tier. That's it. If you do that, I'll keep watching. I'll grin and bear the bullshit. I might not do a video or a live review on every single show, but damn it, keep your pay-per-views God tier, and then that'll make me happy. And whatever the fuck you want to do on your shows. You want to take a leak in the ring? You want to take a dump in the ring? Whatever. Just do it. Do what you gotta do to get through the freaking horrible weekly shows and get me to the pay-per-view. Just get me to these awesome pay-per-views where it doesn't really matter if the shows suck or not. They'll deliver. Keep killing your audience. Keep dwindling your attendances. Keep killing your interest. Keep making your shows not viable and profitable. Whatever. You just keep giving me strong pay-per-views, and I will just overlook all of that. So, have fun randomizing these shows and throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks. Maybe you'll fumble your way into a big angle. Maybe. Like I said, the stuff with Tony Khan and Jack Perry might get over, and then ratings are up. I might turn on the, I might, I say it right. Turn on. Pull up. I might look at social media tomorrow, see the ratings, and go, oh, well, I guess that worked. Because I don't know what to do anymore. And you might watch a different content creator on here thinking, oh my god, that was amazing. That was the greatest angle I've ever seen. Okay, Kevin Dunn. I don't know why Kevin Dunn came in all of a sudden. But they're going to be people, they're going to say this is amazing and thought it was one of the most greatest angles in the entire world. Oh. Whatever. Have fun. There you go. That's my thoughts. I don't know what the hell we're doing anymore. Jack Perry attacked Tony Khan, and we might get a Tony Khan match. God help us all. Get the hell out of here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this streamline of consciousness. And from now on, if I'm going to make a video, this is what it has to be. Hopefully we get back to AEW making sense soon. I don't see it happening now. I think they've just given up and they just said, you know what? We're just going to just do random shit and see what happens. Cool. Whatever. Have fun. Thank you for watching me right here in Alyx's World, the place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.